My new photo AI app is officially live. I've spent over $300 on ads and I just got my first customer. Honestly, it feels amazing. The first few days, especially spending a couple $100 on ads like that, the first few days without any conversions, any notifications, any real activity, definitely had me feeling a bit low. I want to accelerate the learning phase. A lot of people recommend starting with smaller budgets. I think it makes sense depending on your resources and where you're at, but smaller budgets just mean slower results. You know, spending a couple $100 on advertising sort of speed runs that process, especially if you have a decent website already set up, and starts to get that information more quickly. And honestly, seeing that Stripe notification has been absolutely massive. Really, really feels good. Very great validation for the work that we've done. Now, for those who've been following, you might know that I've been working on another app, an app that helps people become content creators, tell their story. You know, there's so many people out there that have things to talk about, that have lived through amazing experiences. They just don't know how to package it, right? Get their thoughts and authentic content into something that people actually want to watch and pay attention to. And so this is something that's been hugely helpful for me. I leverage AI a ton in my content creation workflow to go from just idea and topic in my head to actually delivering a script that's in a format that somebody would want to watch. And I still think it's a great idea. I'll probably build that still. But for now, you know, I realized that I had zero skills marketing a SaaS. I had zero experience actually using production ready tools and deploying a product. So like Vercel, Supabase, Stripe, etc. And then marketing that product. So instead of, you know, spending months in this cycle of building, and not really having an end goal in sight, and then from there having to start the marketing process and relearning everything from scratch, I realized that that could take a lot of time and potentially get to a place that was very demotivating and potentially get to burnout as well. So I figured, look, why don't I start with something that's already working, that's already proven, refine my marketing chops, and, you know, start to learn really how to sell a product, a software as a service with something that works. And then we'll evolve from there. So I found a code base on Twitter actually for an AI CV photo generator. I was able to buy the code base for super cheap. It was only about $200 or so. I feel like I can hit the ground running on the next application. I know how to use all these production ready tools. I have a production ready app now, and I just feel like I've really leveled up from this simple purchase and saved myself a ton of time. But it wasn't as production ready as I thought it would be. I had to do a ton of refactoring. The database was not nearly where it needed to be. The photo generation pipeline was super outdated and super expensive, and leveraged Astria, which was very outdated, and older Flux models. So I switched to Fal.ai, which is much better. And enhanced the quality of the photo generation, drove my costs lower, and just created a much better experience. So really excited about that. Pricing is pretty high right now because it's expensive to advertise, and you've got to find the right balance between pricing. But I've realized, you know, I was looking through Peter's Twitter account and historical tweets on photo AI, and I've realized his margins are insanely good. Yet he's able to generate thousands and thousands of pictures for people that at my cost just doesn't make sense. And so I realized I was missing something really critical and very rudimentary. And I'm probably going to sound dumb on this video, but you know, obviously the concept of retail versus wholesale pricing applies to everything, and it applies to compute as well. You can actually sort of get a wholesale pricing on that and actually rent out your own GPUs, which should bring that pricing down significantly. So I'm waiting to have a call with their team to see what sort of pricing and options would be available to me there. But I think that's going to be a major opportunity to either reduce costs or increase profit margins, which either way is a massive win for us. We clearly still have a few problems, and I need to figure out the best way to fix them. But I already have a few thoughts on that. I think the first thing is I need to build more trust on the site. People are spending time reading through the site, getting to the checkout page or getting to the authentication page, signing up, and then not following through. So I think one of the first things I could do to really help there is create a video guide that shows my face, shows me working through the whole process, and shows how the app works, a real human using it, and then myself as a founder sort of backing the whole thing. I think that'll help a lot. And so that video guide, I'm going to do a little pop-up on the site that pops up. It has like a little chat box that shows the video and offers an opportunity for people to chat with me directly. And then I'm also going to create an email flow that sends that video out to people about 24 hours after they've signed up if they haven't completed payment yet. And then something else I'm very excited about is actually ramping up efforts on the organic side of things too. We are also working on organic strategy as well. I've ordered 5 iPhones and I'm waiting on them to get in. I'm going to be warming up new TikTok accounts for those and have created a whole AI avatar strategy where we're going to have a couple of different AI avatars who manage these TikTok accounts and are essentially the faces of the business. So we want to test a lot of different formats every single day. So having 5 accounts allows us to test 5 to 10 different formats every single day until we find a winning format. And the goal is to do that for the next 30 to 60 days. Until we start to see some winners. Once we start to see some winners on TikTok, we're going to go double down on those, start to make a lot more content that's the same format, and then potentially turn a few of those into ads on TikTok as well. So I'm really excited for what these next couple of weeks are going to look like, and excited to see some more traction with the app, and then excited to work on the next stuff too. And I'll make another video here probably in the coming weeks where I'll share some updates on what's coming next. The main thing, I guess, to drop a little bit, the main thing I'm excited about building next is going to be an app on the App Store. I'm sort of trying to check a bunch of boxes of things that I've always wanted to do and things I've always wanted to build, and having my own app in the App Store is a very, very big one. And I think right now, apps are absolutely crushing it, and there's so many strategies to do well with apps on the App Store. And everybody's on mobile, all the traffic I'm getting for this site is on mobile anyway. So those are the updates for today. I'm super, super excited about everything. It's been, really just freeing to get that first customer. I feel a lot better about things, and really excited about continuing to push forward. If anyone has advice on funnel optimization, conversion optimization, or knows anything about AI compute pricing, please hit me up. I'm all ears. Leave a comment below. Let's talk. And then if you're on your own journey, if you're doing anything similar, or if you're interested in doing anything similar, message me. I'm always happy to help people, give advice on stuff, and just chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot. We hit 100 subscribers a couple of days ago on YouTube, which is very small, I think, for most people, but for me is massively meaningful. It's exciting because I'm not putting all my eggs in the content creation basket. I think for me, it's just fun to record things, keep sort of a journal and a log of the things that I'm doing. As well as I like editing, I like making videos, and I like getting comfortable talking in front of the camera. So it's just cool to see that it's growing and progressing, even though I'm sort of, making what I want to make. And yeah, it's exciting to have you guys here. And then we're seeing a decent bit of growth actually on some other channels as well. We're at a couple hundred now on Twitter, and then TikTok just hit 2K, I think, yesterday. So that's been pretty cool to see too. Hopefully some of you guys are coming to YouTube from TikTok, and vice versa. And if not, all good. Happy to have you guys here. If there's anything else, let me know in the comments. Cheers.